Hello guys and welcome back to another YouTube video. Sorry for not uploading consistently, only one video a week, but hopefully I can sit down now and make like 3 more videos. But today I bring you the Sir of Sirs, Sirfetch versus Single Strike Urshifu. This is part of the train of videos that I have recorded and haven't uploaded yet. Hopefully the next video I upload will be another matchup with Sirfetch, and then after that it will be a Malamar, Rapid Malamar Intellions for the new set, so you guys can have old and new stuff that I have recorded so far. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this matchup sheet and see how it goes here. You have here me starting with the Zapdos, and my opponent started with the Houndowers, attaching energy. Broly, what's wrong with you? Attaching energy for a turn, and then me setting up here with the Zapdos and the 2 Minshinos. My hand is not looking so great, but for next turn we will manage to have 2 Minshinos ready to go, and debating here whether or not I bench this Moltres and attach the 2 energies with it. That's part of the ability, but we're gonna go ahead and just attach one here. I'm not too worried because this single price card deck, it's a single prices, and the more prices your opponent takes, the more damage that Moltres at the bench will do. So right now my opponent will take 1 price here. He will be able to knock this Zapdos with the 3 energies. Base attack does 50 plus 60 more, does 110 if I'm not mistaken. 110 or 120, something like that. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 110. But then we promoted the Minshino, and now we're gonna get ourselves the Chinchino, so we can evolve it and then make that make do ability work there. And then another level ball, getting myself a second one, and then we will be able to evolve active and bench, and then make do for 4 new cards here. I think my opponent will be able to take another knockout here because we're not that much of a setup. We're gonna go ahead and make do Dark Energy. Draw 2 new cards. We have there the Bird Keeper, so we will be able to switch either to the other Cinccino and leave it at the active, and then with that one we could possibly attach that Dark Energy to the Minshino and then do energy assist, and that way we can attack for 40 and at the same time accelerate the Dark Energy from the discard pile to the Moltres, and also dealing a little bit more damage into this active Houndour, because I think that's like a good thing to do here. We still do not have we can quick ball something to get probably another Cinccino, if I'm not mistaken. Probably no, we're gonna go with the level ball. I would have used a quick ball, but since I'm here in the future, we're gonna see how it goes. We're gonna get another Minshino because we know that the active one will be knocked out, so we kind of want to have another one ready to go at the bench. Attach energy per turn, and there it goes, energy assist for 40, and then accelerate it into the Moltres. And now it's my opponent's turn. His hand is not looking pretty good, top decking a Urn of Vitality, which will allow him to probably retreat from the active and then promote the bench, so that way he can use the abilities and accelerate 3 more energies, if I'm not mistaken. If he does not want to leave this one in the active spot with a lot of damage, which I don't think is that bad of a thing. But like I said, the more knockouts my opponent takes, the more the damage output becomes for the Moltres. Right now is doing 70 damage, my Moltres, and now with this a second prize that he will be taking, my Moltres will be doing 120 damage, which is pretty good. Being able to knock out both of those Houndours on my third turn. My hand is not looking pretty, still looking a little bit funky there, but if we manage to top deck, or yeah, top deck an energy, I think we will be good. We also have one make do to work around with, which I think is pretty cool, and hopefully, you know, we can do something about it. We'll get out of this and see if we can win. And we top deck an air balloon. Air balloon is not bad, not bad at all. I don't think we want to see that in the hand now. We don't have that many supporters in the discard pile, only a bird keeper, so it's okay to discard this pal pad. It's not that important at the moment, you know. So debating here whether or not we take a Zapdos for the free energy retreat, or if we can take I don't know, another Minccino or another Moltres. Not the Moltres. I don't think not the Moltres, because we do not have energies in our hand to accelerate it to him. So we're gonna prioritize the Zapdos, so that way we have free retreat. And then let's see what the make do's do for us. And then we are getting ready to play Ordinary Rod, and being able to shuffle 2 Pokemons into the deck, and up to 2 Pokemons and up to 2 energies. Right now we only have 1 energy there, so we're gonna shuffle those 3 cards, only 2 Pokemons and 1 energy. Now let's see what else we can do. Make do for 2. And we got 2 awesome cards there. We got a Scoop Up Net to scoop up that Minccino, leave it at the bench again, evolve the other one, and then play Research. That is an excellent make do. And then you saw there that we have energies now, so we will be able to start taking knockouts on our end and start putting pressure on my opponent, because he has not set up no other Pokemons, only those 2. And then Crushing Hammer missing here, my opponent getting a little bit excited on that corner. And then we also have Training Court, so once we get knocked out, we can use that Training Court, making do for the second time with the evolution scoop up shenanigan that we did there. So I think we're pretty good. Our hand is good now. Now we're gonna start taking prices and putting pressure on my Pokemon. Now is the time where my opponent needs to play a couple of more bench Pokemons. There it is, another Umbreon, which has 200 HP, not bad. We can take a knockout on that one with the Sirfetch if we so desire to play it, but we will have to see, because at this point it's not good to bench the Sirfetch, because it will give him, you will give your opponent 2 prizes that you really do not want to give him. So unless you're taking a knockout with the Sirfetch, I think you can do it. But at the moment it's not suboptimal to be, you know, like benching it. But my opponent here managed to get a quick ball out of that. Tower of Darkness, managed to get himself the Crobat, draw a little bit more cards, and he has only 1 Marnie there, which I think he will play it. But before that, I think the Capture Energy will go into that Houndour, getting another Houndour set up, and then Marnie at the end. Only playing 1 1 urn of vitality so far. He can only accelerate 1 more energy, but I think he will be doing 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 damage, which is not suboptimal. I think if he uses the ability of this of the active Houndour, he probably use it on the Umbreon, but he does not draw into a Earn of Vitality, only battle VIP passes. So this is why I do not love to play my single strike deck with Umbreon with and we put a little bit more damage there than we should, but we fix it later, hopefully. Because once, yeah, the VIP passes are good to set up, don't get me wrong, but if you do not get them in your first turn, or if you're going second on your first turn, it kind of sucks, to be honest. Because then you draw into them and be like, I don't need this card right now, and I can't do nothing with it. Like you can see here, my opponent having 2 cards there, only a boss and a Barney. So for next turn, he will be able to use a Marnie, but he will be stuck because he does not have energy acceleration. That's one. And then, yeah, so I think if we manage to find Sirfetch, I think it's suboptimal to bench it now, due to the fact that my opponent will lose one more Houndour, and single strike Pokemon, the list in general does not play any recovery for Pokemons, any rescue carriers, or any ordinary rods. So that's pretty good there. So yeah, making a lot of use of those Chinchinos with Make Do ability, drawing a lot more cards, and now we will be able to take another prize here. My opponent taking 2, so now my input damage is 120, and that's more than enough to take a knockout here, due to the fact that my opponent has 60 damage on that Houndour, which is pretty good. And now scooping out the Zapdos, having 2 energies there, that is pretty good. I think we have the Sirfetch in hand. Ooh, sassing. So for next turn, we might be using the Sirfetch to take a knockout on one of those Umbreon's V, if my opponent does not evolve them. But like I said, even if you do not evolve, even if you evolve it, you will be behind a little bit. So I don't think it's that great. And also, the fact that you're putting damage on your own Pokemons is not quite good. So there it is. He only has Capture Energy. I think if he has another Houndour in the deck, I think that's ooh. I would have attached energy into the Umbreon because I don't have boss in hand. But he wants to attack more with the baby ones, you know, with the one pricer versus another one pricer. But yeah. But let's see what else he does. Let's see if with that Marnie that he has in hand, he can find something, you know. Yeah, Marnie. So we no longer have our Sirfetch in hand, is at the bottom, but let's see if we draw into something that will give us the Sirfetch. We have a Quick Ball in hand. That's pretty good. That's pretty good indeed. And there it is. Tower of Darkness, discarding the Vmax, drawing 2 more cards, getting himself the evolution instant for next turn. But at the moment, until he is able to find those whatchamacallit, Earns of Vitality, he can't quite do nothing because all of his special energies are in the discard pile. So my opponent is in the brick zone, which is music to our ears. We can now probably discard the top deck card that we draw, and then get ourselves a Sirfetch, and then take a knockout here, drawing, taking 2 more prizes, and then after that, all we have to do is get ourselves a Boss's Orders, target the Crobat, and take a knockout there with our Sirfetch, you know. But yeah, my opponent here thinking a little bit more. There's nothing you can do, pal. I think a good or hard pass is on his way. Let's see if we have energies in here, which we don't. So we can't use we might have to get rid of that Moltres or a Clara. So the Clara, yeah. Clara it is, getting ourselves a Sirfetch, there it is. Now we have to do is bench it, retreat per turn, and get all of those juicy energies into the Mr. Surfy. And now we will be able to take 2 prices, which is pretty good. And there it is, trading core, getting ourselves another dark energy. With that dark energy, we can attach it into the Moltres because we haven't attached per turn, which will be pretty good. But we're just going to discard it. We don't need it, yeah. Don't need it at all. And we find ourselves a third. We have Clara for next turn, or I think we have a second Clara. So yeah, we're getting ready. Oh, there it is, the boss's order. There is the boss's order. So we will have to find a way to retreat, or find like a switch, or attach more like energies. I will say attach a dark energy into the active and try to find like a scoop up, so we can scoop up the Zapdos, bench it again, attach the energies, and that way we can switch. Because once you attack with this Sirfetch, you can't attack next turn with it unless you reset the attack. So it's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. My opponent searching for playing the evolution instance and getting himself the Vmax and not targeting the ability, which is, I think he should. I mean, to be honest, the Sirfetch is stuck. If he uses the ability, then we will be able to just attach energy, retreat, and boss knockout. So by him not using the ability of the Umbreon, that gives that, you know, leaves our Sirfetch in the active, which is a little bit problematic because we kind of need to like retreat and promote again and take a knockout. But if we're not able to find like a switch or something to retreat this active Sirfetch, I think we will have to retreat manually, attach. Ooh, but that Zapdos of it, the Moltres already. The Moltres in the bench only has 1 energy, so we will have to scoop up that Zapdos, discard the energy, training core the energy back into our hand, and then like rebench it, attach the energies, and all that shenanigans. You guys know. So I think we have this game won pretty much. So it's pretty good. Drinking Arizona here, the mucho mango flavor. But yeah, my opponent here is stalling a little bit. You know, but that's okay. He can't attack. He doesn't have the urns of vitality. Probably he has them prices because my opponent has been drawing multiple cards here. The thing is that if quick pull again. You see, no, he has the urns, but he's unable to like draw them. He has like 1 at the bottom. I think only 1. I think he priced probably 2. I think I will know. I don't know. But there it is. It's still at the bottom, and then we do a little bit of quick shuffle there. And like I said, again, the VIP passes getting stuck here. This is before Ultra Ball was in, because if he had Ultra Ball, he will probably be able to get rid of them. But since this is the format that we're playing here is without the Ultra Ball, so it's pretty good. And dig in here, see if we can find ourselves a scoop up, which we do. And now all we have to do is just scoop up this Moltres at the bench, scoop it up, put it in the discard pile, the energy, rebench it, attach the 2 energies that we got with Clara, and then training core, get 1 more and attach it by hand, and then 120. But still, it will be only 120. It will still be 120, which would not guarantee the knockout. But I think if we like wait and stay with the boss's orders in hand, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with the with that one, you know, the waiting game. Because even if my opponent does Marnie, we will be able to draw up to the starting 4 with the Marnie, and then up to 6 more, plus one more. It'll be like 9 cards that we will be able to draw. And my opponent does not have Marnie, so yeah. Trying to thin that hand, so he can play the research, get himself the urns, and try to use them. But at this point, he doesn't have like the only one who is ready to attack is the active Pokemon. That's pretty much it. There it is, 1 urn, finally drawing into it. Only 1 urn, man. That's kind of sad. I think he priced 2 urns on Vitality, which is pretty bad. Yep, earning them, putting them back into the deck, and then attaching them to the Umbreon Vmax. And now that Umbreon Vmax is ready to attack. Not quite taking the knockout, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because you need 3 energies, 3 strong single strike energies to do 220, and right now you're only doing 200. So this Sirfetch will survive by 10, which is pretty good. And also he has that tower, you know, bump the stadium, draw 2 more cards. I mean, his deck is pretty thin, so using that stadium is not quite suboptimal, I would say. So he's gonna go there for the attack, and we're not getting ready to have boss's orders, so you know. So there it is. Boss's orders in hand plus boss's orders. We top deck, so either way we were gonna get the card and get the win, you know. Either way we're gonna get it. Even if he Marnie us, we will still guarantee the boss's orders. So that is a pretty good game here with Sirfetch. I think Sirfetch is, I haven't bring Sirfetch into like the my local tournaments with the new format with the Arceus and Mew and all that shenanigan. I haven't brought it yet, but I might build it again just to see how it goes, you know, because people are playing a lot of Arceus, and Arceus is weak to fighting, and people are playing a lot of Mew, which is weak to dark, plus Gengar, which is weak to fighting. So I think we have a good chance with the deck. The problem is if, you know, if my opponent plays the Dunsparce. That's the thing, because with the choice band or choice belt, we'll be able to do up to 230 damage, which is pretty good. And with the Moltres, we will be able to do 50 base damage. So if your opponent takes 2 prices, that's 150 damage you're doing back to them, and it's pretty insane. But that's about it here with Sirfetch. I will bring you guys another video of it so you guys can enjoy it. But that will be it. Before I let you guys go, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and leave a comment. Let's interact a little bit more. And without further ado, guys, see you guys on the next one. Peace out, take care.